already difficulties this morning. You do an overtime devil. Okay. All right. Well, we're early anyway, so that's okay. It's just my light. All right. Perfect. Okay. I'm trying to get right. Okay. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to go ahead and hit live on TikTok as well. And then I'm going to get my start started. Okay. I was going to say, what the heck? All right. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. To you, everybody in the building. I hope that you have a wonderful day that is filled with love. If no one is going to buy you flowers, hey girl, hey. Um, Girl, guess what? I think that I can invite you. Okay, wait a minute. No. Girl, I don't know what that's talking about. Okay, so you can see it's like two things going on. So, okay, girl, I think I can bite you up. Let's see if it works. Okay. Hey, girl. Hey, good morning. How are you? Good morning, girl. So, listen, it's looking like we may be able to get on here. Oh, wait. Okay, girl. Now you about to make my neck fall off. You look at you. Look at you in two places at one time. Okay. So, good morning, guys. Happy Valentine's Day to you. What I was saying while I was over here talking to myself was that I hope you are able to be showered with love. But if the water has been cut off and there's not going to be any love showering your way, shower your damn self with love. Okay? With love, chocolate, roses, dinner, wine, hot bath, massages, pedicure, anything that you want, go get it. Okay? That's what you should do. Now, okay, invite. Hello, good morning, happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking, guys. Do you guys, because we can leave this on here and that's just fine, but do you guys think that you should shift over to TikTok? Oh, and guess what? TikTok is now available back in the app. So I highly recommend you to get all your damn devices and download it. So that way, if they ever shut it off again, girl, you can make $1 million. Okay. Because I will sell this iPhone so fast, being the fact that I really don't know how to use it anyway. Okay. I use it as a, like, what was it called? I can't remember. The mind is not minding yet. Okay. So listen, do you too? We can leave this up because maybe somebody else will pop up over here and that's fine. But yes, I want you guys to come over here because if you shift over, I think I can now put you on as a guest. Remember, I told you I was going to come over here? I did. I was on here at girl early in the AM, way when you were asleep. I was serious. I was like, okay, rules my behind. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, you probably never heard that song. And plus, I'm not a singer. All right, I'm more of a dancer. I'm not a singer. But anyway, if you are seeing me, good morning. Good morning and good morning. Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can invite you, girl, because it's about to be so fun. Let me see. Let me see if I can invite you. Invite. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love when a plan plans. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Oh my God. Okay, okay, look, this is so fun. Look, I'm so excited. Okay, let's see if this works. We're getting in, folks. I don't know if that worked. Aaliyah, are you over here? Girl, and then I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I think I can go. Okay, well, look. What then you type into me? Yes, then how do you click come over here so I can add you um into the little squares? Yes. Yeah, go over there. And then I don't know who's over here by themselves. Good morning. In the live YouTube group. Who are you? If you want to join us, because we're going to be actually talking about the book, you come over here to TikTok. Okay, so Esteem is already over here. She looks like she's on a coffee break, but that's okay. Okay. Okay, Esteem, what you got a lot going on in your house this morning?
No, I'm here. What's going on?
Oh my gosh, good morning, girl. I'm so excited. I have somebody to talk to instead of this freaking wall.
Yes.
Okay, this is gonna be so fun. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, let me click. I don't know who the hell. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I doing this wrong? Where is she at? Girl, she sent a message in the damn YouTube over here, but I don't know who's left over there by themselves. Oh, nah. Good morning, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, where is she? I think I can put and like, why are random people asking to go up there? That's weird. You don't even know, like, what? Okay. All right. I hope Girl, what the heck? I don't know how to look at me like, Lord have his mercy. Girl, where are you? Okay, now there's nobody. It says it's 0 people.
I'm still here.
No. I can see you over here, but I'm saying over here in the YouTube is still running, and that's fine. It can still run. But I don't see Aaliyah.
I see her now at the top.
You do?
Well, I don't see her in these spots, but I see her.
Yeah. Oh, I do. I do see her face. So how the hell do you put Aaliyah? If you can hear me, you have to push one of those little stars. I mean, it's not a star. Girl, push the invite button and then it's gonna put you there, and then I select it and then it'll pull you up. Okay. We'll figure it out later. All right. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to day 15 of our fabulous walk. We are even, girl. Yeah, I like it over here better. It's good lighting. Face ain't looking freaking crazy as it looks over here on the other one, but we're still going to keep them going at the same time. So today is Valentine's Day, and I'm wishing you love. Okay. But we are in, again, day 15 of our walking. We are, I had a little click going on in the back of my ankle this morning. So I don't know that I'm going to try to take it easy. Because what I'm not trying to be is footless for the weekend. That just won't make sense. But anywho, what we're going to do is get into the book. Because remember I said I don't want to use up a lot of time. So we're going to listen to our story. You are welcome to chime in during the story because now I can hear you, okay? Instead of having to text. And yeah, feel free to chime in. But we will leave time to chat, okay? All right, so the speaker is on. Okay. And
He sarcastically asked, rolling her eyes. My line sister number 8 destined to be great?
Are you able to
That's
hear?
her, Maxie teased. She was right. I'd been avoiding Ezekiel after what happened at the caverns.
Are you able to hear
Not
the
because
story?
I didn't desire him, because God knows I crave that man.
Thank you.
I averted him because I heeded his disclaimer, needing time to ensure that my yearning for him was not rooted in rage or revenge. Admittedly, my one wanton, vengeful act felt redemptive at the moment. The thoughts of Dr. Green invaded my psyche well before he ever ravished my body. I made peach mango mimosas. She sing-songed before giggling. Maxie knew exactly what was necessary to release me from this California king bed. Say less, my line sister number 7. Polished precision, I quipped, dragging myself out of the bed. Why y'all lazy asses still in the bed? Karan's raspy voice rumbled from the doorway. And here's our line sister number 9, I smirked. Truth hurts. Me and Maxie blurted in unison, laughing as the three of us ambled down the stairs to eat brunch. Showered and dressed in a burgundy maxi skirt with a cropped, off-the-shoulder gray Hillman College sweatshirt, Maxie was hosting an old-school Friendsgiving dinner with a group of our college friends. Everyone was asked to wear paraphernalia from the 80s and bring their favorite childhood holiday dessert. A feast of traditional and non-traditional food was spread across the oversized kitchen island. Thanks to my mother and Mrs. Holliday, they'd prepared turkey, dressing, macaroni and cheese, and sweet potato pie that Karan brought back with her. I made green beans and my favorite dessert, apple cobbler, wishing I could pair it with some of my grandmother's homemade vanilla ice cream. Happy Friendsgiving! Voices shouted from the front door. Our friend Adara and her husband Ken ambled through the door, wearing the 80s movie The Breakfast Club branded t-shirt. I brought my Yaya's baklava, Adara yelped, raising an aluminum pan. In college, family dinner at Dara's house was the perfect Greek soul food combination, thanks to her father's Greek heritage and her mother's African ancestry. Girl, tell Salosha Aridi she's still my favorite Yaya, Karan quipped, hugging Dar. I can, she dryly spoke, and he dryly nodded. We adored Adar, but Ken, not so much. He was what we called a local that she met at a party our sophomore year, 5 years older than her, with a young son and a crazy baby mama that he could not control. The relationship was tumultuous then and remained that way to this day, with them recently reconciling for the 3rd time. Okay, everybody, Maxie shouted. Let's bless the food because I'm starving. At least 10 people stood around the island with bowed heads giving thanks for the meal and the hands who prepared it. I peered around the room smiling because I was truly thankful for many of these folks who I considered to be more than friends. They all knew the situation between me and Quentin and never questioned why we were no longer together. My disposition from earlier improved after talking to Shiloh. Her bright smile and giddiness every time Jordan popped into the frame was cute. Mommy, try to have fun today, okay? Promise me you'll do something for you, she said, blowing 3 kisses to signify I love you. My heart warmed recalling her concern for me. I smiled in a complete daze until the doorbell rang. I continued moving about the kitchen, placing serving utensils in the pans when, everybody, this is Dr. Ezekiel Green, the university's new provost, and his brother. Karan wore a Cheshire cat smile as her raspy voice trailed off, trying to remember his brother's name. Ezekiel's bass-filled tenor sent shivers through me
Ezra.
as I peered
That's
up
his
at
name.
him. And this is my cousin Myron, he continued, greeting my wide-eyed stare. Dr. Green, it is wonderful to finally meet you, Maxine's half-sister Claudia squealed. She chose not to follow the wardrobe directions, opting to wear a skin-tight sweater dress instead, exposing the brand-new gigantic booty and double D's she'd recently purchased. Thank you. Call me Zeke, he instructed, momentarily taking his eyes off of me to shake her hand. Maxine shook her head as she settled next to me and whispered, You texted him? I nodded. Damn, bitch. What voodoo you put on that man? I rolled my eyes at her before focusing back on him. After hanging up with Shiloh earlier, I decided to follow her instructions. Mommy, do something for you. So I dropped my location to him, followed by a text message with a copy of the invitation we'd sent to our friends. He was something just for me. Although he hadn't failed to come when I called, I was still shocked by his presence. Ezekiel wore a vintage Tribe Called Quest hoodie, dark distressed jeans, and wheat Timberland boots. He bled Brooklyn today, and damn was it fine on him. The two gigantic men next to him were easy on the eyes as well, dressed similarly. I observed two sets of familiar orbs, who also noticed the intrigue of these mocha-hued gods. The blush that reddened Maxine's cheeks when Myron complimented her home was comical. In true Quran fashion, she couldn't prevent the sarcastic tone layered in her flirtation when she bantered, big bruh, the notorious one was not in the 80s, she said, pointing to Ezra's t-shirt with an image of a crowned Notorious B.I.G. Even at her height, Karan had to toss her head back between her shoulder blades to fully examine his reaction. That nigga was huge. Like John Coffey from the Green Mile kind of big. Ezra shot her a one-cheek smile, and I could have sworn that heifer visibly shivered. Neither was House Party, little sis. He mocked, motioning to Karan's cropped t-shirt. You ain't even following the rules of your own damn party, beautiful.
Ooh.
He chuckled, bypassing her glare and headed straight for the food. While the whole exchange was entertaining, I couldn't divert my eyes from Ezekiel. He closed the distance between us while I stood motionless, holding a damn serving spoon. Be Friendsgiving, Gemma. You came, I whimpered. I told you I would. I guess I thought since you didn't respond to my text and we haven't talked, I mumbled, completely discombobulated. I didn't think I needed to respond, but it's clear to me that I do need to reiterate my stance to you. He rested a bag on the counter before compressing the already minuscule gap between us, disregarding who was watching. He leaned in, whispering, even when you're in your head, I'm coming every damn time you call, Jules. You don't have to question it. I'll be there. Every fucking time. Audibly moaned and didn't give a shit. Thank you, I sexily whispered, nibbling my bottom lip, motioning to the bag on the counter. I asked, what did you bring? Well, I wouldn't dare attempt my mother's German chocolate cake, so I decided to bring something I thought you would like. Oh, me? I dramatically pointed a finger to myself as he dug into the bag. My eyes almost popped out of my head when I saw the Straub's Bakery logo and read gooey butter cake on the cover. What? How? Where did you get this? I stuttered. I was picking up my brother and cousin from the airport in St. Louis when you texted me earlier. And I remembered a picture on your IG page about the best cake you'd ever had. I stopped at the bakery and it was my luck that they had a few left. Damn, I wanted to hug him. Shit, jump in his arms and immediately requested he take me upstairs. But I acquiesced. Ezekiel, I don't know what to say. Thank you. I couldn't control the blush fancying my face. Just promise you'll have the first piece with me. He caressed my hand, lifting it to lace a soft kiss on the back. I promise. We held the stare for an extended heartbeat. Couple hours later, everyone was fed and full of alcohol. 80s music from the karaoke machine was blaring on one side of the great room, while a hostile game of Uno was happening on the other side. Ezekiel and I settled on the couch, engulfed in conversation. Maxie and Karan would randomly appear with a goofy, y'all doing all right? seemingly to play interference when it appeared that we were falling into the abyss of Zeke and Jules land. The more rum punch I drank, the more lax my inhibitions became. Ezekiel was introduced as my colleague and new to town, so a general conversation wouldn't appear strange. However, the distant yet intimate connection we likely displayed probably raised a few eyebrows. But to the two of us, this alliance was routine. The only difference was we didn't have the safety net our phones created. On FaceTime, I couldn't stroke a hand down his muscular arm when he flirted with me. Or it didn't matter how many times he winked at me because it was just the two of us on the screen. But this adjacency granted our bodies permission to absent-mindedly couple like moths to a flame. When his flesh grazed mine, a simple thumb swipe across my palm or his socked feet playing with mine, we idled in those instances. My damn kitty needed a break from him, so we went our separate ways for a spell. Ezekiel played spades with his brother, and I joined a few friends in karaoke, singing Madonna's Like a Virgin. I sauntered towards the kitchen to grab a few waters, cracking up laughing at Karan's very serious rendition of MC Light's Paper Thin. Maxine's house was almost 100 years old, so it didn't feature the open floor plans we saw today. Even after knocking down a few walls, the kitchen sat in the back of the home. Walking through the arched entry, I didn't notice Ken seated at the kitchen table. "What's up, Jimma?" Ken said, startling me. "Oh shit, Ken," I shouted, clutching my hand to my chest. "Why are you hiding out in here?" "Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I'm not hiding out, just enjoying a piece of cake," he declared, flashing a closed-mouthed fake smile. "Well, when everyone is enjoying themselves in the living room, and you're the only person in the back of the house in the kitchen, one could assume you're hiding from something," I jeered, grabbing a bucket to carry the bottled waters. "You're definitely not hiding with old boy," he said, forking another piece of cake. "Excuse me?" I halted, brows furrowed. "Jimma, you know I don't get in other people's business because I don't like folks in mine, but then don't, Ken.
Right.
Especially not my business, and especially when you know nothing about what I have going on." 20 years, Jimma. You and Q have been together for 20 years, and you're just going to let that go? Everybody makes mistakes, he explained. And everybody has a choice in how they are going to respond to the mistakes, I uttered. Have you had the same conversation with Quentin? Because if you're not, you can miss me with this bullshit. I'm just saying. That's half of your life you're throwing away. Y'all were young and didn't get to experience much. He was bound to... He abruptly paused, catching the words before they spilled from his mouth. No, please, continue. It was bound to happen, right? Quentin cheating was inevitable because we were so young and inexperienced, right? So let me get this straight. Are you saying I should just tolerate his cheating? Am I supposed to embrace his mistress's child too? That's not what I'm saying at all. You work it out. You don't fall for the new guy at work. Are you really trying to be that cliche, sis? Ken was going in for the kill. But his fuck every new piece of pussy at the post office ass had a lot of nerve. Bastard, I yelled as the bucket slipped from my hand. Bottled water scattered across the floor. You have a lot of nerve questioning me. You need to tread lightly, Ken, because I can fuck up your entire world today. Fuck up my world. He stood from his seated position. How so? Boy, please. I know you were more than just Quentin's alibi, because he's yours too, right? When your new flavor of the month needs some quality time and you suddenly travel for track meets. Ain't that the play? I scoffed, rolling my eyes as he grew angry. The crashing bucket and my elevated tone caused Maxie, Ronnie, Adar, and others to start towards the kitchen. I quieted, because what Adara accepted from her husband wasn't my business. What's going on? Adara probed, her creased brow laced with concern, eyes darting between me and Ken. Nothing, I angrily breathed. Your husband was just giving me some marital advice. I scoffed. Ken shook his head. Sis is just wrong, man, he mumbled to his wife before turning to me. I'm just trying to tell you, it ain't a good look. I get you wanting to have your fun, but not with him. I lost it. Sis? Oh, I'm sis now? Was I your sis when you were covering for Quentin? Picking him up from other women's homes? Was I your sis then? Were you looking out for me then? I didn't realize I began aggressively marching towards him until Maxie grabbed my waist. Adara shouted in disbelief. Kenneth, get the fuck out of my house, Ken. You need to listen to Gemma before all of your shit is laid bare tonight, Maxie said. I'll keep talking all that bullshit, but you women are just as scandalous as us niggas. Shit, if not more, he hissed. He then turns to Karan with a look of disgust. He was your brother, and you okay with this shit? Ken, you were speaking on shit you know nothing about. How about you clean your motherfucking house before you try to clean ours? Nigga, your shit is filthy. Karan spat. Unlike me, Ronnie didn't give a damn, sparing no feelings. Ken riled, hurriedly moving towards Karan when Ezra's monstrous frame stopped him. Ken looked like he just ran into a brick wall. At this point, everyone had gathered in the kitchen, including Ezekiel. I sucked in my cheeks, unsuccessfully attempting to prevent the flood of tears in my eyes. Embarrassment couldn't describe what I was feeling. Wrath, humiliation. The holiday. Are you good? Ezekiel bellowed from the kitchen archway, with his arms crossed over his chest. He'd clearly heard everything. Man, fuck all the formality shit. This is not you, homie. Ken howled like a bitch, pointing towards me. This ain't your position, dawg. Find another seat. This gonna be my man's seat for life. They got history. Ezekiel was eerily muted for a second as he ambled towards Ken. Ezra was still holding Karan's feisty behind back, while Myron trailed closely behind his cousin. Ken's aggression quickly quieted. Zeke stood directly in front of Ken, smiling with his hands now positioned in his pockets. You know, what I love about history is that it continues to repeat itself, but takes on new shapes, forms, and narratives. History was my favorite subject, especially the stories of battles fought and won. I'm a fan of victorious endings, reflections of the past, present, and future. He stressed, pacing the floor like a professor. Then narrowed eyes landed on me for just a few seconds, but his expression made my nipples thump. Ezekiel leered back at Ken. Yeah, I fucks with history, so I advise you to tread lightly, homie. He mocked Ken. You don't know me, and you don't know shit about what's mine. I was certain the underlying message went way over Ken's dumbass head, but everyone else knew exactly what Ezekiel was referencing. Me. Several pairs of questioning eyes focused on me. I told myself to run, to get the hell out of there now. Excuse me, I murmured, navigating through the crowd and bolted up the steps to the bedroom I'd claimed as my own in Maxie's home. I could hear Adara apologizing to my back as she and Ken grabbed their things to leave, but I refused to acknowledge them. Minutes later, there was a light tap at the door, but I didn't answer. I figured it was Maxine or Karan, and they would let themselves in. I desperately required air, so I settled on the private balcony connected to the bedroom. The French doors creaked, and I announced, I don't want to talk about it. Don't have to talk. His throaty baritone surprised me. Zeke's anthracite eyes peeked around the bend of the balcony, where I was seated on the love seat with my feet propped on the ottoman. You promised me that we were sharing this bizarre-looking cake." He winked, balancing a plate with a large slice of gooey butter cake and 2 bottles of water in his hands. I blushed and whimpered. Hey, okay. I nodded. "I'm sorry you got caught up in that," I said in a small voice. "Honestly, I am not even sure what that was." He shook his head. "No worries," he chimed, resting the plate on the table before sitting next to me. "That shit is," what did he call it? "History," he teased, forking a piece of the cake. "It's not funny, Ezekiel. I'm going to have to deal with more bullshit after that." I practically whined, fully expecting for Quentin to be banging on the front door at any moment. "It's actually hilarious, Jules. And you don't have to deal with anything you don't want to deal with. That's what you're paying a lawyer for, to deal with the bullshit," he pragmatically declared, then lifted the fork to his mouth. I quickly pondered his declaration before blurting, "Wait a minute. Let me do the honors. Prepare yourself for the best thing you've ever tasted." "I don't know about that. I've tasted you, Jimmy Jewel," he moaned, tickling my cheek as I giggled. I removed the fork from his hand, then guided it toward his mouth. I quickly scooped a bite for myself so he wouldn't indulge alone. "Shit," he exclaimed, retrieving the fork from my grasp to get another piece. I chuckled. "I told you." As we delighted in the gooey goodness, random gratified groans were the only remarks exchanged between us. We devoured the cake, leaving only traces of powdered sugar on the plate and on my face, too. He extended his hand towards me to thumb away the remnants, but apparently I wasn't close enough. "Come here," he commanded. I obeyed, opting to straddle his lap. "Close enough?" I whispered. He nodded and continued to fondle my lips with his fingers. I licked the sticky sweetness from his fingertips, eventually taking his entire finger into my mouth, sucking and biting. We moaned in unison for a different reason this time. Our lips coupled in a tantalizing kiss, sugar still steeping on our tongues. Ezekiel's firm hand massaged up my thigh, lifting my skirt to reveal the cotton thong. He cupped my ass, kneading to the dallied pace of our kisses when his tongue replaced his fingers in my mouth. His dick was growing rigid, fighting against the thick denim material. I lifted, reaching between us to release the zipper as much as I could to offer him some relief. I bucked my hips, encouraging the friction from his steely manhood, rubbing against my barely concealed clitoris. Fisting my hair with one hand, Ezekiel pushed 2 fingers back into my mouth. I welcomed them, sucking and rocking into him, had me close to the pinnacle. Interlacing our tongues in a mouth-watering caper, he pushed my thong to the side, slightly ripping the flimsy material. Seconds later, the 2 fingers that I had saturated poked against my ass before acquiring entry into the delicate hole. "Oh, shit," I yelped, clutching my hand at his nape as I tossed my head back. I was a virgin to anal play, so the sensation was new, arousing and sensual as fuck. Ezekiel sluggishly slithered his fingers in and out, twisting and turning as I erratically grinded against his erection. His dick had to be throbbing, but I didn't care. The dual stimulation had me too close to stop. "God damn, Jules. Get yours, baby," he requested, but I was silent. "Talk to me," he demanded this time. "Tell me how you feel," he continued, pausing the stride of his fingers. No, Zeke, please. Don't stop, please. I'm right there," I whined, digging my fingernails into the thread of his hoodie. He clamped his available hand around my neck, forcing me to look at him. "How do you feel, Jules?" He probed, resuming the felicitous invasion of my unsullied opening with his fingers. Tell me. We stared. So many unspoken words lingered. He clamped my neck tighter as I rocked my hips back and forth, creating a perfect rhythm. My breathing grew unstable as my rapture approached its peak. Still, no words exchanged, just a beautifully silent assault. Zeke closed his eyes and firmly pressed his temple to mine. His muted aggression was my tipping point, my breathless liberation. Winded from his chokehold, my eyes rolled to the back of my head as I crested, then hailed, "Free."
Ezekiel. Free. Such a simple word, but it held so much complexity for Gemma. She was free to express herself with me, liberated from the bondage of her past. Unbeknownst to her, free was now our safe word in those intimate moments when I needed to take her body to new heights she'd never experienced. I told myself not to go there with her, but I couldn't resist when she let me penetrate her ass with my fingers. It took her a minute to come down from her high. This was the second time she'd had the most gloriously violent orgasm without vaginal penetration. And while her pleasure was my priority, my dick was aching to be inside of her. Still tightly clutched around me, I carried Gemma into her bedroom. She darted into the bathroom without uttering a word. I flopped on the edge of the bed, concerned that I had gone too far. Idiot! Why did you choke her? She's not ready. Battled, hoping my actions didn't ruin our night.
Not ready.
Clearly, Gemma was not a virgin, but I was uncertain of the limits to her sexual exploration.
No sus.
About 5 minutes later, she surfaced in the doorway. Bashful yet brazen expression dressed her pretty face. Jules, She swiftly reduced the short span between us, placing a finger over my lips to silence me. Been thinking about what you said at the caverns. I want you because of you, Zeke. And you alone. Only you. Confidently declared, standing between my legs, rubbing the top of my head. My eyes widened, shocked as shit by her confession. Wrapping my arms around her waist, I pulled her into me, nuzzling my face and her stomach. Trailed kisses across her belly before peering up at her. It was so damn pretty. Expression in her glare was a combination of fear and need. My surprise, Gemma pulled her hoodie over her head, then unhooked her front closure bra. Her bountiful breasts spilled out, making my mouth water. Somehow the scars made the globular wonders more beautiful. Like fingerprints, they were unique to only her. Peeled the skirt and thong over curvy hips, anxious to see her completely naked. She didn't appear self-conscious about her breasts this time, which I hoped was a sign of complete trust. Jules, you are fucking contagious, I growled. She helped me remove my hoodie, then my t-shirt, before I delicately yanked her down to straddle me. Kissed softly, tenderly, dare I say, lovingly. Guided our bodies to lay on the bed, with her on top of me. So fucking eager. My hands frantically roamed because I had to touch her everywhere. Tongues tussled and frolicked, giddy to be joined again. I stroked my fingertips and pillowy strikes against her velvet skin, lacking haste for this moment to end. Closeness was what I coveted. Still can't believe you came, she whispered, tracing her nose against my beard. Why? She inquired, almost shyly as she nestled her face into the folds of my neck. Pressing my fingers through her hair, I deeply inhaled the fruity scent. I couldn't make Gemma understand how much I wanted her, even under these circumstances. Don't make promises I can't honor. Any opportunity I have to lay my eyes on you, I'm going to take it. Kiss the top of her head, still absently massaging her scalp. This can get so messy. So much at stake. I don't want you to. I kissed her, muting the self-sabotaging thoughts. I'm a big boy, Jules. Messy shit don't scare me, I responded, tenderly kissing her lips as the prettiest glossy eyes peered at me. Deke, seriously, I don't want you caught in the crossfire of my shit. I can't promise you anything because I don't know what's next for me. Stop, I said, kissing against both eyelids. Stop. Not asking for a commitment or a promise of anything other than your honesty. If it gets too hard or becomes too much, just tell me and I'll press pause. You're always thinking about everybody else. Do something for you. What does Jules want? Continued to probe as our fingertips absently intertwined. There was no question what I desired, and I was prepared to show her better than I could tell her. With no hesitation, Gemma whimpered, "You." Anchored my hands at her ribcage, directing her body up the length of mine as I sprinkled kisses down her chest. She was confused, curious about my movements. I nudged her again, urging her to keep climbing up my extended frame. Thighs were on my shoulders as she peered down at me, trembling. I massaged the thickness of her hips, adding soft kisses to both inner thighs. Emma's eyes were wide and goosebumps cloaked her flesh, but she didn't tell me no. "Be relaxed," I repeatedly said, feeling her mellow at the sound of my voice. "I just want to experience you in every way, Jules. If it's too much, if I'm too much, you know what to say." Emma's brow creased momentarily until realization brightened her face. "Me," she whispered, gazing down at my face, tensing in anticipation of my lashing. I devilishly smiled, then gently kissed her clitoris before seating her on my face, escorting her dripping pussy to my mouth.
Oh, wow.
I fucking feasted, licking her from front to back on repeat as she danced on my tongue. She had nothing to hold on to but the top of my head as she rolled my face to the pace I orchestrated. Her womanhood clenched tighter and tighter the deeper my tongue burrowed inside of her. Incomprehensible words dripped from her mouth as she blessed me with another savory, thirst-quenching crescendo. My beard was a mess, but I was taught to finish my meal. Don't leave a morsel on the plate, and I ate the shit out of this hearty feast. Gemma collapsed forward, panting as her head dangled off of the bed. She squirmed, ass elevated and ready for me. I didn't want to be presumptuous when she invited me over, but I'm glad I listened to my brother and brought a few condoms just in case some shit pops off, he announced. I removed my pants and boxers, then retrieved the 3 gold foil packages from my wallet, tossing 2 of them on the nightstand. I intended to deplete the damn supply tonight. Gemma's body was limp, but heaving with need. A bead of sweat trickled down the cave in her back, pooling right above her ass. I licked it, allowing my tongue to prance at the seam of her butt before I drizzled kisses across her back, then whispered against her ear, "Fucking contagious." Mushroom head of my dick throbbed in anticipation of her sex. I slowly drove my manhood into her dampened essence, entering from behind. Slouched my head, temple pressed to her shoulder. I couldn't breathe. The way her pussy hugged my dick like they were long-lost friends, ecstatic to be reacquainted, had me ready to faint. I had to deeply inhale, then release before proceeding, because my shit was about to burst. Desired to take my time with Gemma, though. Leisurely, unhasty strokes was my preferred tempo. Blazed in that position for a lengthy minute, building towards an accelerated momentum. One hand, I reached down to spread her legs wider, permitting me to delve deeper. Supplied my dick 1 inch at a time, until I was so immersed that I couldn't detect a variance between her gasps and mine. Emma reached behind to grab my nape, drawing me nearer to her lips. Licked the crease before feeding her my tongue. Tossed her head back, exposing more of her enticing neck. Shit, what did she do that for? That neck was my fucking weakness. She grunted, flinging her ass back to greet my downstroke, then tightened the grip on my nape. I lightly snickered because I think Dr. Holliday was mutedly communicating for me to fuck her, to choke her. Gemma wanted to test out that safe word. "Want to be free, baby?" I huskily questioned. She nodded, and I happily obliged. Seizing her hips, I pulled her sweaty body onto her knees, my dick still immeasurably embedded into her sodden core. Gemma pawed the sheets, pounding her fist against the mattress as I repeatedly thrashed into her. "See?" she loudly moaned, then repeated the plea. I listened carefully, verifying that she wasn't tapping out with her safe word. Thankfully, Gemma was graciously taking all of me. I'm sure she would have some explaining to do tomorrow, because I was certain the entire house heard her screaming her version of my name. Her back sunk into a perfect arch, causing her ass to jiggle and slap against my shit. Gemma crossed her feet at the ankles, then lifted into an upright posture, practically seated in my lap. She swayed her hips and rocked against me unhurriedly. I fell back against the headboard and relinquished all control to her. She slow danced on the tip of my dick, then slid all of me into her essence. She did it again and again. Emma was in the zone, and I fucking lost it. I gripped her hair, pulling her back into my chest, giving me access to devour her flesh. A damn neck. Thrashed and pounded and pummeled over and over and over again. "Jules!" I riotously hollered, reaching my climax. Emma, on the other hand, had enough sense to muffle her screams with a pillow. Now I would have some explaining to do tomorrow as well.
Oh my God.
Our bodies jointly shuddered before carelessly toppling onto the bed. Whispers of, "Oh my God, oh my God," rapidly fell from her mouth. Sporadic quivers prevented me from completely catching the condom as my limpness glided out of her. Another mess, but we didn't care. I only intended to close my eyes for a second to catch my breath, but by the time I regained consciousness, it was almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Plush gray towel was laid on top of the bedspread where the wet spot was. Her creamy juices were cleaned from my appendage, and our naked bodies were covered with another blanket. Damn, when did she do all of this? Fucking Gemma Holliday, I thought, as I drifted back to sleep with her nestled in my arms. I meant what I said when I told Gemma that I wanted to continuously devour her sweet-ass pussy. By the time a knock sounded at the door, awakening us around 7 in the morning, I had treated myself to her deliciousness twice more, depleting the condom supply. The knocking thundered again. Then a bass-filled tenor followed. "Zeke, we gotta go, bro," Ezra said. I audibly huffed, reluctant to escape the embrace Gemma had on me. Naked body felt like the softest, sweetest lullaby. Tickled her feet, inciting the cutest blush. Soft hum of her snoring was damn near hypnotic. "Give me a minute," I grumbled, trying not to wake her. Peeling out of the bed, I ambled into the adjoining bathroom to wash my face and put some toothpaste in my mouth. I dressed before sitting back on the bed. I contemplated leaving her a note because she was sleeping so peacefully. I had to see those mesmerizing eyes. Jules, baby, wake up. Have to go. She hummed, fighting with a stray hair that tickled her eye. Ezra and Myron are waiting for me. Wake up just for a second, I requested. Laughed when she pried her eyes open with her fingers. What the hell did you do to me? She giggled. I put your pretty ass to sleep, I snickered, kissing her neck. Licked her nipple before capturing it between my teeth. I'll call you later. Yes, she moaned. Last night I learned that while she was self-conscious about her scars, licking them unlocked a carnal reaction. Circled my tongue around her chocolate areola, then licked and kissed down the perfect imperfection. I come and see you later. Was back arched, sleepy, lustful eyes gaping at me. She bit her bottom lip, blushing through a moan. Just the slightest touch to her clit, and she immediately grabbed my bald head because the climax was looming, advancing beautifully. Final crest was exquisite, wearing the afterglow like a gorgeous accessory. She rapidly nodded in response to my question. Be a big girl and talk. I'll see you later, Jules. Yes, Ezekiel. Would like that, she panted, fondling her breasts as she descended from the pleasure. Scattered kisses over her face and lips, then planted one kiss against her dewy bud, with a promise to contact her later before she dozed off to sleep. You acting like a man in
Oh, well, hold on.
love, Lil, Ezra barked when he noticed me texting Gemma. Been away from her for 2 hours, and y'all missing each other already. Nah, Big, it ain't like that, I laughed. This was actually work-related. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So now that after days and days, we can actually discuss the book. Yes, honey, I hear you off mute. So
Oh,
what?
yes, look. So now you see the proof. I hear it.
And Aaliyah, if you push this, if you want to come up, if you push the little invite thingy, I can have you come up as well. So yes, Miss Tanisha, honey, what do you think?
Something else. But in her first bid, like, y'all got some cleaning up to do.
You know, okay, so how do we feel about the fact that she is staying with her friend, you know, while she figures out her life, and she is moaning upstairs in the middle of her friend having a party?
Right.
Do we feel like that is proper etiquette?
No, especially when they already side-eyeing you because you technically still married. Do you? But nah, be a little bit more discreet.
Oh, okay. So where this should have taken place in a car, honey? In the closet?
Yeah.
Okay, so our question today, and I don't know if you saw it when you came in. Did it give you the poll question or it didn't? Oh, well, okay. I did put a poll question, but maybe I don't really know how to work it all the way. That's possible. I do see that we have a total of 3 lovely people. If you are interested in coming up and talking to us, hopefully you heard the book and you're not just going to be coming on here talking crazy and we got to block you because we ain't got time. And of course, if I'm seeming a little windsored, it's because I'm walking. So welcome to our walk and talk. Miss Lady who's asking to be invited, did you hear the book? Okay, guess you went away. Yes. So moving forward, the goal will be that we have to have like a specific time. Now, Pinky came over here to YouTube, and I told her she can now download TikTok, and she could come over here. And probably now that TikTok is available, that must be a sign. This is probably where we just need to be. It's just easier to be able to, operate. Because remember, over here still ain't even acting right. I can't even go live yet, and I do have enough people now over there on YouTube. So, and that would have been one person at a time. Anybody got time for that? So the poll question, I sent another request. Did you? Okay, look who learned how to do something. Good morning, my lovely lady. Happy Valentine's Day. And you know what I'm trying to figure out? I'm gauging y'all's voice, and it don't really sound like, I don't hear no walking. Maybe,
You didn't hear mine, so don't play.
Okay, because
I'm outside. I'm walking home now.
exactly. Okay, I'm like, I know. I already know.
You hear the birds.
Okay, I'm like, okay, I can see how this is
Well,
going.
you gotta get home at a certain time. I walk to the gym. I went to a little
Okay, your community gym. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad that you are
well,
getting.
you hear the birds chirping, child. Now you can hear me. Good morning, ladies.
Yeah. Okay, so the poll question that I did add, but I guess I don't really know how to work all of this because I'm still learning, was, what is your love language? And apparently there are 5 of them. And some people like all of the things, okay, which is words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, time, and what's the other one? I can't think, but it's 5. And yes, what the question was is, what is your love language or languages? And I feel like it's essential that you know what these things are, is because how is it? So I'll give an example. What if you're dealing with someone and their, love language is words of affirmation, and they really don't care for physical touch too much, unless they doing a Dr. Green and Gemma situation. Okay, then it's like like you keep touching somebody and that's not really, that ain't gonna do it when they just want to hear those words from your mouth. Okay, so I feel it be essential that your love languages so that you can properly communicate that to other people, and then you're teaching someone how to properly love you. And you may say, I shouldn't have to do all that, but baby, ain't nobody got time to be trying to figure some shit out when you could just let them know. Okay, I want gifts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, twice over Sunday, because I got to pay put my money in a collection plate. Yes, that may be that. So, would you like to share what is your love language? Or S?
Well, mine would be words of affirmation and time.
Okay, so today on Valentine's Day, you trying to hear, baby, I love you in every way. And let's sit down on the couch and do Netflix and chill while I feed you strawberries and wine.
Oh, God. Well, I still ain't drinking.
What? Girl, the month is over.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Girl, me either.
Woo, look. Won't it do it? So the thing is, y'all not drinking, but you're not walking either. I'm not judging.
I'm walking. Let me click my button.
Okay.
I'm walking. I'm on the phone.
Okay, look. Right. You probably got the damn beep sound in the back, like a little one of them little box things for people doing a DJ. Like boop, 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 boop.
Near the beach, girl, so you might hear the water.
No. Oh well.
My love language is the same. I can buy myself whatever I want. So time, words of affirmation for me is good.
Really? That's so nice. Those are not my love languages. Yeah. We're so different.
What's yours? Did you say yours? Yes.
No. I was saying that as a joke, but no, I
I'm like, you like gifts?
Well, don't do that, Aaliyah. Okay.
I would be very surprised.
I do like gifts. Thank you. Send me one. I'll tell you just how much I love it. Okay. My love language with an S, I guess I would say I have more than one. I do like gifts, actually. And I like physical touch. I don't need somebody. I'm not really a time like my time consists of I got between the hours of I don't really like to be all booed and tucked up all day. In words of affirmation, I don't like a whole lot of too much talking either. So yeah.
As much as you talk? Wow.
I know. Only one of us need to be talking. We just need you to be a good listener. That's it. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Okay. But yeah, no. I personally do feel like though all of them, if you really had to put it and list them, I would say depending on the situation, sometimes I will, would appreciate some words of affirmation. You know what I mean?
Correct.
But that's not something that's like an everyday thing where I know some people need to be like, baby.
No, not every day.
You the best, baby. Every 10 seconds, or they just can't get their shit together without hearing that. Like that is a little much for me. Just like I'll do an example when people say, like, if you working out, I can't. You know how some people are like, let's go, come on, you can do it. Okay, shut the fuck up. I don't need that. Like at all.
But what you be doing when they make your friends throw up? When they exercise, what you be doing?
Because like as you see how fast I'm walking now. Normally, yes, I'm her. I want to do, girl, we about to do, you said you wanted to do 50-11 squats. You wanted to jump on the treadmill. Then you wanted to jump for a swim. Then you wanted to, just doing too much. But you the one that asked me to do it. That's the thing. I didn't ask you. I was going to do it anyway. But yeah. Anywho. So yes. So is anybody having any Valentine's Day plans? No. Okay. Well, I'm supposed to have brunch and have pedicures and a massage. That's what we're supposed to do. But I personally like, I don't know that I really want to do.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't feel like doing all that. Like, first of all, if it's going to be a crowd, I'm not interested. Like, I don't want to do all of that. That's my thing. And then people coughing and shit, like.
But you know, Ricky trying to put it down for you today so that, you return the favor March.
Let me do my mouth exercises, girl.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now. No, I've been dressing up as Cupid all fucking week, okay? Now today I'm drinking and probably sleeping. But we'll see how I go. If I really don't want to go out, I just don't. And I told him that last night. I said, why don't we can order some stuff and just pick it up and bring it back to the house. But we'll see. Woo. Okay, so how many miles I did? Because I did 63 minutes. Uh-oh. It's only just keep showing the time. It's not showing me.
That's
I know
when you stop it. Mine is like that.
Yeah, because I didn't look down before I did. But I know I didn't get up to 3 miles because I was only walking on the 3.1 because my back of my ankle was doing a lot of clicking this morning. So I was like, what the hell? But okay, we're gonna have to I'll track down Pinky